Hey gang, what's going on out there? Okay, I've got some valuable information for some people that are probably needing or might need to do a job on what is your Ford Lincoln Mercury 8.8 differential rear end. Those are used in Ford F-150 pickups, some SUVs. They are used in the Mercury Marquis, the Ford Crown Victoria, and Lincoln Town Cars. Alright, as most of I have videos. I have a 2002 F-150 Super Crew Cab. Yeah, I've done some work on the 8.8 rear end in it. When I bought it 9 years ago, I had to completely replace the right rear axle. Yeah, it was quite a job because the damn cross pin bolting broke in the damn thing. Oh man, that happens on those when you work on the bird member. Oh shit. Oh god. Alright, what I'm going to show y'all this morning is some parts I bought for the 8.8 Ford rear end that came stock, original, with my 2005 Lincoln Town Car. I just bought that car recently. If you look at my last video, I'm showing it in my last video. And what it is, I checked out the rear end. Well, I've checked out that car thoroughly. I've had it up on the rack. My friend Nick's, his oil change and inspection stickers stationed up the street. I'm part owner. Had it up on the rack, and I've inspected everything on that car. I've inspected it for rust, the axle ends and an alloy, which matters to me a lot. The ball joints, lower, upper A-frame, inner and outer tire rod, these things, I've checked all this out on this car. And I wouldn't have bought it if all of that would have passed, my desires, I'll call it, it's good. I don't buy junk that other people have abused. But here's what I found. The differential map, the seal leaks, where the drive shaft mounts up on it, that seal leaks. Okay? And that can happen to any of those. Even though this one is good, that seal does leak. I topped it off every time I'd go somewhere, short distance. Next morning I'd look and there would be drops of 80 weight oil on my concrete driveway. This coffee's so good this early. Okay, now remember, folks, we're talking about the 8.8 rear end, okay? For the Ford. Alright. Alright, I'm going to show y'all what one of those seals looks like. How this assembly works. Okay. Here's one right here. Okay, this is the inner part right here. It has, let's see, 1, 2, 3 inner lips. That's pretty amazing. Most of them only have 2. Here's it from the side view. See, and this is the part right here that drives in to your differential case. Okay. Then this is the outer part, see, flat metal. Alright. This just drives in there. You can lightly hammer these in and be careful, you know. That's the way to install them. Okay, that's the seal. Okay, now to take those drive shafts off of those, I'll show y'all what's required. You have 4 bolts with fine threads, and I'll tell y'all what the size is. The 4 bolts you have to take off that hold the drive shaft off, they're 12 millimeter Torx head bolts. 12 millimeter Torx head bolts. 12 millimeter. Most people never give sizes on their repairs. I do. I tell people about this shit. Alright. Here we go. This is the flange. I went ahead and I just ordered the new one. And I'll tell y'all why I did that. Because once you take these off, what a lot of times you'll find, see the race right here that the seal rides on, a lot of times those damn things are worn down. Yeah, rubber seal can wear down that area because people don't keep their differentials full of oil. Most people's differentials are low or even empty because people are careless about this kind of stuff. So I went ahead and changed this. That way this is brand new. Well, this thing's heavy too. This is some serious metal here. Okay. Then what this does, see that seal, okay, it would go like this. See, here's your seal. Goes just like that. See, and it pushes into that seal. So you'd put some oil on that seal and some oil on this, see, to push that in there. Okay, this, it has splines, as you can see. See, right there in the camera, it has splines. Okay, people, you don't need a puller to take these off like a lot of the videos I've seen. You don't need a puller, people, because you're just talking about splines. You might have to knock the shit out of it with a hammer about 10 times to loosen it up if it's got some rust, but why the hell would you need a fucking puller? You know, it shows in a lot of videos, these guys, they'll be using a puller, you know, and I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? This is just splines. It's no different than the splines where your slip yoke goes into the back of your automatic transmission. Same fucking thing, people. It's splines, man. Alright. And on these, you know, even though there's a lot of threaded holes here, it's still only 4 that hold those drive shafts on. I'm not sure what those other holes are for. I don't care. No, I think they're kind of pretty. This is kind of ornamental. Be nice to have some people in the head with, you know. Okay, let's put this back in its place. Alright. Okay, now once you push that on the splines of one of those, here you go, here is the nut. And this has like a rubber coating inside the threads. And then it's got a rubber coating on the back. See, that keeps it from turning after it gets on, because despite what a lot of people are doing, which is very wrong, you don't torque these, people. You don't torque these babies. Okay, let's put this back in the little thing here. Alright. Put this back in the box. I treat parts good as well as machinery because I want those parts to treat me good once I install them on a Harley Davidson or any kind of a car or truck or whatever I'm working on. Okay, there we go. Set that baby down for right now. Now those are Darman parts right there. Those are good, I can tell by looking at them. They could be any brand, but I can tell by looking at them, they're okay. I got that off of eBay for $32. There you go. Okay. Hallelujah. Okay. Now let me tell y'all, here's some very, very important advice. Listen to what I'm telling you. Because here's something I've seen in video after video after video on the internet that is wrong. Even at some Ford dealership, it's wrong. And it's high-tech shops. Guys dressed in a uniform with all the tools, air tools, all this. It's wrong. Alright. And they change those pinion seals. That's what that seal's called. Okay, you take that flange. Okay, you have a conical bearing. It's back there before you put that seal on. And there's a washer behind it. Okay. That needs to be that way. Alright, now, once you push that flange on there, push it on those splines. You know, clean your splines up. On that, pinion shaft in there. That way that'll slide back on easy. And nice and pretty and all that. Once you get that flange on there, put that nut on there. Just by hand push that flange back as far as it'll go. Make sure it goes in the seal. Don't force it in that seal. But make sure it goes in there to where it doesn't damage it. Okay. And push the flange on back there. Then put your nut on. Okay, then take a ratchet, your socket. And I forgot the size of that nut again because I found a socket back there yesterday. I was busy with some other stuff and I'm like, oh, here's the one that fits. This half-inch drive, da-da-da. Hell, I don't know. But anyway, it looks to be a 3/4, I think. Okay, anyway. Tighten that up on there. Not real tight, but use a ratchet. Don't use an impact air ratchet because you'll over tighten them and you'll completely ruin the rear end of that vehicle after you start driving that car. Here's where people are fucking up on those now. Here's where they're fucking up. Okay. Tighten that nut until you tighten that flange all the way so it's completely on there. Okay, as you're tightening it, you'll be able to grab that flange and wiggle it up and down. Because see, your pinion will be loose at that time. Because see, that's handles your preload. Tighten that nut until you can't go in and out like this. And you can't go up and down like this on your flange. So when you get to that point, so you got your preload right. Okay, once you get to that point, okay, only turn that nut about, I'm going to show you by hand, let's see, about this much, about a quarter inch. And don't tighten it anymore. Because see, the way that's designed is to where there's no play and the pinion shaft It's tight to where there's no up and down. But if you torque those down like a lot of guys are doing, one tech shop, it shows where he's torquing it down, he gets out a torque wrench, torques it down to 30 pounds. People, that's going to ruin whoever's differential that is in that car. It's going to completely ruin it because, see, you have two conical Timken bearings, one on each side on the inside of that pinion shaft. And 30, you're putting 30 pounds on that? You can't do that. See, those are to just be touching and then to where they're secure, slightly tightened. They're the same as the wheel bearings, like on, you know, the front wheel bearings on your older vehicles. You know, to where you would pack them with grease, and you put the conical bearing in, and then it's got a washer, and then you tighten it until it stops turning, then you back it off just a little. And on those, you would put a cotter key in. Okay? Most of you remember that. Alright, but these, the reason no cotter key is used is because, see, you have that rubber, or that might be Teflon, that's on top of the threads in the inner part of that nut. That makes it lock into place once you get it at that one setting. Okay, after you install that, then all you'll need to do is just have one axle jacked up off the ground. Turn the wheel on the outside, turn it round, just turn it round, you know. And then grab that flange and turn it yourself and try to turn it a full revolution and see if there's any drag on it. Then try to pull it in and out, or to go up and down like this. And make sure if you don't have any of that, you're okay. You're A-okay. Okay, another thing I would like to advise y'all about is this. Every guy that does this job on YouTube that I see, when they unbolt that drive shaft from that, they take marking chalk or paint and they mark where they took the drive shaft off there to get it lined up to the same place, and then they'll count the threads in front of the nut before they take the flange off, and they think they got to put the flange on the exact way they took it off. No, people, no. You have to do it right. Watch my video 10 times if you have to. Do it the right way. Don't under-tighten it, but don't over-tighten it. And don't ever torque it down. You'll ruin your differential. Okay? But you don't have to mark those where the drive shaft goes on that flange. That's so stupid. Because people, let me tell you something. The drive shaft, your slip yoke, the universals, and then the drive shaft itself, the rear universals, and then the flange that's on the back of that drive shaft. Those are balanced within themselves. That part, that flange that I just showed y'all, that goes on that differential on the end of that pinion, that is not balanced with the drive shaft. That's a separate assembly. Because see, a rear end, when it's made or rebuilt, that flange there I just showed y'all, that came with it separately due to the reason it would have to be on there to keep any differential oil from leaking out, or even if no differential was in it, but it was just, you know, had pre-lube on the bars, it's to keep anything from getting in it, falling in it, dust or insects. That's a separate part that goes to the differential. That drive shaft, and the flange on the back of the drive shaft that bolts up to that flange, that's balanced separate, people. So why, you don't have to mark where the drive shafts came off of there. You don't have to do that. That's stupid. That's balanced separately. It's like when a tire, a wheel is balanced to the car when you get new tires. Every time you take that tire off, like to work on your brakes or your brake caliper, you don't have to mark that and put the holes back in the same lug nuts where you took the wheel off, do you? No, because that tire and wheel are balanced within themselves. You see? The drive shaft is balanced within itself. So don't worry and waste time on bullshit like that, people. That is completely unnecessary. In the old myth, a lot of people believe you have to time your drive shaft. However it was in there, you have to mark it and time it and put it in some way. No, you don't. Because again, it's timed within itself, balanced within itself. And there's no certain wear pattern that's going to be changing. You never have to mark a drive shaft when you take a drive shaft off, people, because the drive shaft is balanced within itself, okay? Believe it or not, you're talking to an engineer. I've been around this stuff all my life. I know what I'm talking about, okay? But anyway, I gave y'all advice. It's like I tell you on any of my repair videos, I've showed you the parts. If you don't understand something, watch the video again. Watch it 10 times. And the job will be done right. Okay? The job will be done right. There you go. Okay, what else do I want to tell everybody this morning? Well, I love y'all. I care about you people, man. You know, Jesus Christ is the answer. That's the answer, people. Don't be evil. Be good. Care about your fellow person. Unless they're a creep or an a-hole, and then to hell with them. But don't do anything wrong to them unless they keep messing with you, okay? Okay, what else do I want to tell everybody? What else? Well, I might do that job today. Maybe. I may do that job today. But, yeah, y'all should watch that last video where I bought that Lincoln. I really like that car, man. I really like it. Okay, later.